Today on the Roach Koach podcast.
Were we hyped when they just mentioned a cyberpunk? Later, there was like a techno ninja. I was like, two words that go together like peanut butter and chocolate.
We got to get to the foundry. Grab a weapon. Equip yourself. These are some hard-hitting cyberjackers.
Roach Koach
podcast.
Hot all day, every day.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Roach Koach podcast, the journey to create the new metal canon. My name is Lorin Kozlowski. With me, as always, the original Roach Rider, Mr. Matt Nas.
Keep it rolling, baby.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, back with you, back for another episode of Roach Koach, creating that new metal canon one album at a time. This week, it's all about who's tweeting.
Who's tweeting?
That's right, we're going over your feedback, your questions, some new news.
New news.
All that and more in this exciting episode of Roach Koach. And to kick it off, it's one of my favorite things to talk about on the show, Matt, in a little segment called We Did It.
We did it.
That's right, everybody. The Roach Koach bump, it's very well known. Everyone knows. You come to the coach, you get talked about on the coach, you get the Roach Koach bump. It happens. Fans reunite.
Up only.
That's right. They go on tour. Things happen for them. Mudvayne, back. You're welcome. That's the Roach Koach bump. All right. This week, we were alerted that Papa Roach's song Last Resort surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Billy.
That's a big Billy. It's a big Billy. And that could only have been done for two reasons. One, we talked about them on the show back in 2016. Slow burn, but we did it.
Yep.
Two, also, new metal is back.
Oh, yeah.
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 Right? Yeah.
That's what we've been saying it forever.
We've been saying it forever, and no greater evidence of that than one of the classic new metal songs getting 1 billion streams. That doesn't happen if new metal isn't back, okay?
No, it does not.
Does not happen. So thank you, everybody who sent that over to us. Congratulations to Papa Roach. 1 billion streams on Spotify means they got a nice, crisp $20 bill waiting for them
Easy.
when they get home.
Hot 20.
Hot 20. That's right. You know what? You know what's happening at the Papa Roach camp this weekend?
Oh,
Pizza.
They gonna have
They get a pizza
party?
They get a pizza party.
Moderate Little Caesars pizza party?
They get a little. Listen, it's just for the band, okay?
Yes, very much so.
No significant others. Certainly no members of the crew. No text. No children. No, it's just for the members of the band, and they're gonna have to split like a 2-liter Mountain Dew. All right.
Easy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 hot and readies and a Mountain Dew. That's your pizza party.
That's right. You know.
Congratulations on 1 billion streams.
1 billion streams, babies. You did it. Matt, we've got to talk about something that we've been getting messages about both of these for a minute, and it's about side projects in a segment we called "Who's Got It on the Side?"
Side hustle.
So 2 big side projects from some of our favorite boys came out in the last couple of weeks. The most prominent being Chino Marino's side project Crosses.
Oh yeah,
had a new album come out. This record is called Good Night, God Bless, I Love You, Delete. And this is the second proper Crosses album. There have been a few Crosses releases in the last decade or so. An EP, obviously the self-titled Crosses from 2014.
Yep.
And Matt, what's your familiarity experience with the whole Crosses thing?
Well, my experience was when we did it on the show. And then pretty much was grand opening, grand closing from there.
Okay. All right. Because the big thing, especially listening to the new Crosses album, is that you're getting a lot of Depeche Mode, but you also have Robert Smith from The Cure on it.
Yes.
He's
so I
there.
have listened to this.
Okay.
And so I will walk it back. I was like, wait a minute. This is Crosses where it's 3 literal crosses. Yes. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is my wheelhouse.
I was going to say, yeah.
This is where I live. I love it. Yeah, I'm in on this Crosses record.
I want to say it does feel, and this is just me. Listen, I'm in my 40s now. I'm a dad, so I get a little concerned. This is sensual Chino at a level rarely seen.
very much so. This album cover works. This
Mhm.
is very sensual,
Mhm.
very forbidden, very
Yes.
forbidden.
Mhm.
That's what they were going for here,
Mhm. Yeah.
because it's somebody on their knees as if they are beginning to in a prayer. They got their hands folded, but they're wearing a skirt.
Mhm.
So you have it's split up the side, so
Mhm.
you can see that these are thigh highs.
Mhm.
It's very ooh la la.
Right, Matt. I get what you're saying,
I don't
Matt.
know how to, like, I don't know how to explain this out without
Matt,
sounding like
Matt,
the
Matt.
biggest horn dog.
No, Matt. What you're talking about is something that I don't think a lot of people are aware of, where you take the sacred and the profane and you put them together. Okay.
What?
I know. This is kind of a wild subject, and I think people aren't really used to hearing it about it. But taking those two things, putting them together, making something a little taboo, a little uncomfortable, a
Just a
little edgy,
little bit dirty.
a little bit dirty. All right. So I can just say, listening to this album, uh, Chino has never been more sensual. The vibes are out of control.
Yeah.
Um, it's a I like this record a lot. I don't love it because I do feel like by the end, I feel like they've got like 3 or 4 modes and they run through all of them, and then
Yeah, it
they
is
kind of run
15
through them.
songs. That's a lot.
It's a lot of songs, and at 50 minutes, it feels like it probably could have shed a couple, but, at the
Yeah.
same time, there's nothing on it that I was like, "This stinks," you know what I mean? But,
Mhm.
I definitely felt it was more fully formed than the first Crosses record. This felt really lived in a better way. And I will just be honest, it is not new metal at all. It is not new metal at all.
No, absolutely not.
But I do love a couple tracks on it. The first single I think is fantastic. The
Invisible Hand
Invisible
or
Hand, Invisible Hand, I think
yeah.
is stupendous. That's a great, great song. And Light as a Feather is really good too. Also LP is LP from
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels, and also just LP. He's also on it.
Very much so.
Yeah. So thank you everybody who messaged us about that. I want everybody to stay safe on those streets when you're dealing with this level of sensual chino. Um, I know things are going to be a little wild and woolly in Detroit on Valentine's Day, because Crosses will be in concert on Valentine's Day in Detroit, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. Like, I don't think that should be allowed, but they're doing it. They're doing it. So
No, that's
okay.
great.
So
That's
stay
great. So
stay sa so, I mean, well, I'm just saying you're gonna have,
a lot of late November, early December babies.
oh, a lot of babies out there. A lot of yeah, a lot of new babies. So get ready for that. The other side project, that we got a lot of messages about is from Monkey from Korn. His side project, Venera,
Okay.
came out. I have only listened to I think I listened to, like, one song when it initially got announced. I have not listened to the full album
I'm
yet.
not either.
It is, from what I've heard, though, very, very atmospheric, very murky, very experimental sounding. The front cover of the album appears to be a lady covered in some sort of organic metal of some kind. According to Apple Music, the genre tag is electronic.
Huge atmosphere vibes here. This is very much like when you're playing the adventure video game and your character walks into like a big open space,
Mhm. Yeah,
like you've been in a tunnel for a while. But now
exactly.
you're-
And not open. The sky's above you, but for some reason it's red.
Yep.
Because the planet that you're on has a red sun. And
Yep.
you gotta collect some coins, and you gotta find some health.
I hate this. God. You also will need to reestablish a communications link, but unfortunately, the communicator is very much broken, and it
Mhm.
has 3 parts that are on
Mm.
radically different sides of the map. So
Matt, I don't know if I've ever told this to you, but when I play a video game and the video game says, "Oh, you need to collect some items," I get so mad. And I was like, I thought I was playing a game. I didn't realize I was at work. What are you making me do? When I'm playing a first person shooter video game, if I'm playing a third person video game, I'm here to kill aliens, kill whoever. That's all I'm here. If you're having me collecting key cards, I'm furious about it. Anytime I played any game and it was like, the worst was like, I think it was like Max Payne. You'd have these levels where you'd have to like do a maze or do some sort of puzzle shit. And I was like, that's not why I'm playing this game. I'm here for the slow-mo shooting. Who do you think I am? I don't want you to get confused. And that is, I think, my main problem with video games nowadays is that they want to put in. I was playing the Spider-Man game for the
Okay.
PlayStation 3, 4, whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
Not the new one. Don't write
yeah.
me. Not the new one. I don't
Not
have
Miles
a PS5.
Morales.
No. And in the middle of it, it was like, hey, do these puzzles to figure out how the Doc Ock arms work. I'm like, can I go fight the Kingpin again? No, I've got to do puzzles. And they kept throwing puzzles at me. And I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not doing
You know what I'm not
puzzles.
doing? This fetch quest.
Thank you. I'm not on a fetch quest. Either way, Venera, your music reminds us of Mist.
That's the ultimate fetch quest. Fetch
Yeah.
me my sanity because this game sucks.
Yeah, I tried to play that game. Talk about yeah.
That's where it just benefits to be first.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh yeah.
hey, we have a
Mhm.
really boring, stupid game with like obtuse puzzles that are dumb,
Yeah.
but it's
Mhm.
it's in 3D
Yeah.
on your Tandy. So
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's what the boys and some of our favorite new metal bands are doing on the side. They are making not new metal music, because that's their main job, and that's what they're doing. So, check those out at wherever you get music.
mm,
All right. Up next, Matt, we've got to talk about a new segment. It's called "Who's Kicking You in the Throat?"
throat kick.
We saw a tweet. It's from Vice Victus on Twitter. If you don't follow Vice Victus, he is kind of like one of the best people to follow for action movie updates. He has an action movie podcast and just posts about awesome action movies all the time. But every now
Awesome.
and again, he will post about hot tracks that he hears. And he posted an all caps tweet that said, "Found this band called Filth. Their new song Chin Check just kicked me in the throat and stole my Tim's this shit hard." And so we shared it and said, "New metal is so incredibly back." At Frequency Shifts tweeted at us and said, "Oh, fuck. Filth is a local band from my area. Sick to see them organically blowing up like this."
Nice.
Matt, I listened to this song, which again, it's called Chin Check. It's by a band called Filth.
Kind of right
And
up our alley here.
Matt, just put this on and see what it does to your body and your soul.
All right, this is Chin Check by Filth.
Oh, that poor pit. That poor pit.
Matt, if you're in the pit when this song happens, I'm just going to point out
Get
to you,
out.
you're gonna leave a torso, okay?
Shoot a signal flare for extraction.
Right? Yeah. Listen. When your mom or dad comes to pick you up from the venue, you're gonna say, "Hey, mom, can you go in there and just get my legs and arms real quick? You just grab them for me."
Just
They're in there. They're in there. And you'll walk into the Lost and Found, and your mom will say, "Yes, my little boy left his arms and legs in here," and they'll pull out this box, and it's gonna have everybody's arms and legs. So I hope he was wearing some cool wristbands. And
this song came on and everybody literally got knocked the fuck out.
Unbelievable. Say it with your
Wow.
motherfucking chest,
bitch.
bitch. I don't know
That's
if
good.
I can. Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good rock and roll music.
That is really quite excellent. I can't wait to hear more from Filth, who Filth wasn't taken. Filth was just there.
How was Filth just
Filth?
there?
Filth wasn't being used. Whoever had Filth and wasn't using it right, you blew it because it's a perfect name. And now this band has Filth. And here's the thing. You can come to me tomorrow. You can come to me later today and say, "Lorin, there actually is a Filth. They're from, such and such, wherever. They had a record in 1997, whatever." If it ain't like this, they have to concede. They have to just say, "Sorry, we can't use it anymore," because a new Filth came along and they chin checked you.
Totally.
They took it. But if no one had used Filth up to this point, amazing miss. But I'm glad this boy's got it.
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded. How did they do this?
I don't know. But this is incredible. This is the best. You know what? I'm just put it out there. Filth tour with Dropout Kings. Get them together. Get them together.
Who else are we adding to that?
Oh, for a third? Wargasm, UK.
Then we're having a fourth because Unity TX is joining that bill.
Okay. Well, man, if we put all of those bands on one bill, then where are we gonna live when the planet blows up? Okay. That's a lot of heat for one bill, Matt.
I'm excited.
A lot of hate. And listen, as exciting as it would be to put a band that hot together, or a bunch of bands that hot all together on one bill, leading to the explosion of the planet, I'm a little concerned because you know what? All my stuff is here. Put that out. Yeah. So
that's true.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Victus and Frequency Shifts, for letting us know about Chin Check. I don't even know what we're gonna call this next segment, Matt. Let's just call it Mater Watch.
Mater Watch.
Matt, there was a post by one Dez of Coal Chamber.
Yep.
He posted up on his Instagram, and he posted a picture of him and a gentleman. Matt, do you want to read this caption?
From Dez.
Legend. First word. Great to be on tour with my brother, Logan Mater. He's on bass and produces Savage Existence Official. I first toured with Logan in '96 when Cold Chamber went out with Machine Head, and we've stayed friends all these years. Hashtag smiling, hashtag bros. Come check them out. They open the show and are killing it.
Then he posts this photo with Logan Mater. And I'm just going to point this out. Everybody looks incredible. But for some reason, and listen, I don't know the reasoning behind it. It doesn't make any sense to me. The picture's a little unusual because Logan Mater has a shirt on.
It's true.
Little thrown by this, a little concerned. Not going to lie.
I will say his arms have made a grand escape.
Trust me, arms are out. Arms are out. If you're worried, you're hearing this, you're like, whoa, Lorin, Matt, Logan Mater's got a shirt on. Don't worry, them arms, they're free and
Don't
clear.
worry. It isn't a shirt as much as it's a tank top, and it isn't a tank top as it is a piece of fabric clinging onto its very existence.
Listen, this shirt is fighting for its fucking life, and it knows that time is short. Okay, but it's still something to see him with one on.
This sweet tank top is just trying to cling on, covered in dread, covered in Logan. Great pick. Looks like they're having the time of their lives. What a time to be alive.
Truly. So yeah, if you are out and about and happen to catch Logan Mater at any of these shows, definitely tell him hello, and also tell him get that shirt off.
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
Dude,
he's so fucking jacked.
It's insane. It's crazy.
Logan Mater got them gains.
He's got them in. Matt, let's talk about who's in those DMs.
Sliding up in.
Corey Adams sent us a DM. He said, "Hey guys, I was wanting to see if I could get the Roach Koach breakdown to this song. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but when I hear the song Take Shape by Chord Orange, I see it playing in a late 90s action or sci-fi movie. Can I get you all to describe the scene to me while the song is playing in the background? Thanks, Roach Rider for Life, Corey Adams."
Hey, Corey, you got it.
You got it, buddy. Let's take a little listen to this.
All right, here we go.
So you think you know everything that it takes to be a chip jacker, huh? Well, I don't know. You're going to have to sit in this fucking rusty ass barber chair. We're going to have to see what you know.
Well, Matt, this is what I agree. I agree that this is definitely the type of song that plays while weird implements are stabbed into the side of somebody's head. I think that works. I think this also works if, say, you're Snake Plissken or a Snake Plissken ripoff.
Ooh.
And you've just been dropped off into enemy territory. Whatever that means.
Lights
you know
up.
what I mean?
Pliskin, I didn't think you'd come back to these parts. I thought you were dead.
Shot.
Exactly. Although theoretically, I think that it's flipped around. Isn't the joke with those movies that everybody always thinks Pliskin was dead? I thought you were dead. I thought you were taller. Yeah. Sorry, don't write me if I got the reference wrong. Yeah, I think this is definitely like walking around. Definitely, this is a song that definitely evokes the burning trash can. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We are definitely post society when this
Mhm.
song is played in a
Yeah,
movie.
listen, we got a lot of burning trash cans, and there's gotta be some lingo, because that's how you really know you're dealing with a perfect post-apocalyptic movie, is when
Yes.
people are saying things and referring to something that we have every day, but for some reason, somewhere in there, as the language changed, as the apocalypse happened, they created some new word, you know? So you don't say, car anymore. You say something like, wheel buggy,
Right.
and
Look, the box runners are out tonight.
yeah, exactly. Oh, that's good. I like box runners. I like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
screwjackers are gonna come in their box
Mhm.
runners.
Yep. Yep. Um, and listen, if you hear that type of thing and it's not interesting to you, that's because you're not in 8th grade, okay? Because if you're in 8th grade, that is the best fucking thing you've ever heard. Let me tell you, there's a movie. It's called RoboCop 3. It's
What a
not
film.
good. It's not
Oh,
good.
it is awful.
Not good, but let me tell you, did my buddy and I go see it opening day?
I'm sure you did.
Were we fucking hyped when they just mentioned a cyberpunk? We were like,
Oh,
"What?
yeah?
What? A cyberpunk?" And then I think later there was like a techno ninja. I was like, 2 words that go together like peanut butter and chocolate.
We gotta get to the foundry. There's cyberpunks there.
Grab a weapon. Equip yourself. These are some hard-hitting cyberjackers.
Absolutely. This is perfect for that. I will say this is one of the better songs on the new Code Orange album, which I have not given a second listen to yet, but I'm first listening to a lot of it. I think I might have talked about this on the show before. Does feel largely like an album of interesting sounds in search for songs, but I do need to give it another spin. Um, Code Orange definitely is striving for something. I don't know if I'm necessarily meeting them there yet, but they're definitely not resting on their laurels. They could have just given us a real straight ahead record that would have pleased some people, but they're taking another route. So Corey Adams, warm yourself at a burning garbage can while listening to this song, while being on the lookout for cyberjackers. And what do cyberjackers do?
They
That's for
get
you
in
to
their
decide.
box runners and
They gotta get the box.
they're trying to crunk you for your jibs.
Yeah, jibs are so valuable now in society. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also like when they change how money is, so
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah. At the beginning of the film, there's there's a voiceover
Mhm,
by a young female character that we
mhm,
meet that talks something like, "This was the time of the resistance," like something like
mhm.
that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, but that's when they discovered the jibs.
One
Fast
jib, one jib is all you needed to get freedom to the special place. But getting to find the special place, you needed to get in a box runner, and only one man could lead you there. His name, the Blade Soldier.
But the Blade Soldier had a natural enemy in the Cyberjackers.
The Cyberjackers. They couldn't be in the same room together. It was incredibly awkward.
Part man, part silicone chip. The
Mm.
Cyberjacket is somewhere an 8-year-old's like, And?
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
what happens next? What
This
happens next?"
this sounds like the
Using
best story
AI
ever.
technology. Oh, I know what that is.
Mhm. That's right.
The
Uh,
Cyberjackers could fake reality.
Matt, do we have a screenplay on it? You know what though? As we say all this, I'm sure Burton C. Bell is listening going, I already wrote this.
I wrote that.
I already wrote that.
I
It's
wrote
called
that.
Obsolete. It's called Obsolete. Came out in 98. You boys are a bunch of cyberjackers yourselves.
Don't
Uh,
you cyberjack me.
don't you dare. Matt, let's talk about who's touring.
Who's touring?
Wargasm UK.
Come on.
Been on tour. They're touring the UK and Ireland. They're playing, let's just run it down. They're playing all your favorite hot spots. Southampton, Nottingham. Here, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Matt. When I read Nottingham, for a brief moment, I went, "Oh, Nottingham's real." Okay, all right.
It's just not a forest in that.
It's not just from Robin Hood. It's like a real place. All right. I like that Nottingham, because also in my head, Nottingham is still a place where like Friar Tuck's walking around. You
Totally.
know,
Oh,
it's also a place where like Wargasm plays. Like they have like a PA system. Like,
Right, but there is a bridge duel that has to occur before they play.
gotta have one. They're playing Belfast. They're playing Dublin. They're playing Birmingham. They're playing Glasgow, Manchester, Bristol, and they close the tour out in London. And you might say, well, Lorin, if I lived over there, I would go to those shows. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to tell you that maybe you need to get on a plane and fly over there if you're not local, because
They
opening
ask.
for them is the Dropout Kings. Also, a band called Harpy, Elisha, CLT, DRP, or is that the same? Is that CLT, DRP? Is it the same band?
You are, I don't know.
Okay. Either way, they're going to have a lot of support. I think this Wargasm album is going to be hot. We've already talked about the song they did with Fred.
It is
Fucking ripper.
one band.
It's one band.
DLT, DRP. Yep.
Is their name like is okay?
Clit drip. I
Is it
don't
Clit
go out and drop.
Okay, Matt. You know what? Can you find us some Clit drip?
Of course I can. Of course I can. Here's their number one song. It's called Aftermath, the Big Moon cover.
Not for me.
Not for
Old-
you, Matt.
Old clit drip.
I mean, maybe a drop happens at some point. It's an interesting decision. But at the same time, people got to get out there. They got to get on the road, Matt. They've got to get their road legs. They've got to find out what it's like to be out there, pounding the pavement, meeting the people. Because listen, you don't grow as a band if you don't play as a band, if you don't open
That's
for other
true.
bands. That's just a fact. Anybody who's in a band is listening to me say, Lorin, this is sage words. You nailed it. You got
Nailed
it.
it.
Those
You-
are those.
Lorin, are you an old road dog? Because you sure know all the tips and tricks.
Oh, Matt, let me tell you, the shows that I have seen number in the 30s. And probably more than that. I don't know.
That seems very low.
It's like I say that I'm like, I've probably seen more shows than that.
But here's the
but
bad news about this tour for Wargasm.
what's that?
If you're in Southampton, Nottingham, Belfast, or Dublin,
Mhm.
you do not get the Dropout Kings. Only Birmingham, Glasgow, Manchester, Bristol, and London get the Dropout Kings.
All right, then I'm gonna say it now. Robin Hood, steal Dropout Kings, bring it to those
To the poor.
to them. They're missing out. I mean, I don't get a big stack and just put everybody in it. They come with you.
love it.
I'm sure the people in Nottingham are like, other things have happened here. And then they might even point out that Robin Hood didn't even happen. It was made up. Do we know, is Robin Hood real or fake? You know what? I can't even believe I said that out loud. But
Dare you?
wait, is it real?
Either way, how dare you?
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. See you on the boards, like about that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Uh,
And they're all Christian bands. I'm saying it now.
saying it now. Matt, let's talk about who's listing.
Who's listing?
Trevor Reynolds sent us a list. Revolver Mag is we love a list. It's the 10 best new metal party songs of all time. This is written by Brian Sykes Howe, who is the lead DJ for Sugar, the new metal party, an emo style event that travels the country and makes bodies hit the dance floor. And so he went through and picked his 10 gotta haves. And he said, "This is a list of my favorite songs at these parties, but it's far from a complete list. I'm always experimenting with different tracks and deep cuts from the era. However, the following 10 songs are bona fide gems that are guaranteed to make any room go crazy."
Okay,
Uh,
let's call
s
it. Haven't
okay.
haven't I have seen some of this list.
Uh-huh.
I've not seen the back half of this list.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you when I don't know any when you've reached the point that I
Okay.
don't know any past that point.
All right, Matt. So he leads with Drowning Pool Bodies.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
having gone to one of these nights, as we discussed on the show in the past, when Ashley and I went to see, Louisville Loves New Metal, which was, not a DJ night. Those are all real bands playing the songs, but what was hitting, and honestly, I mean, they kind of all killer no fillered it. I mean, there wasn't really anything they did that people were not feeling that night.
Not a clunker in the bunch.
Not a clunker in the bunch. Drowning Pool Bodies, according to Brian here, it's a song built for mosh pits. It's an excellent track to drop early in the night to get people moving. It's got a great tempo. Everyone knows it. It's fun as hell to sing along with in a crowd. Absolutely essential. No argument from me. If you
All
don't
right.
put bodies at your new metal night,
I don't
what
know
are
what
you
you're doing.
I don't even know what you're doing. Evanescence, Bring Me to Life.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and Toomey just did it on the new pod with his bracket.
Mm-hmm.
The Evanescence love, strong,
Incredibly
strong,
strong.
like
It's
bull.
incredibly strong. It's super strong. I mean, this is I d- you know, I we're well on the record. I don't think this is a good song, but it is beloved by the demo. So in it goes. Corn Got the Life. Interesting choice. Because this one generally, I mean, definitely did not get played at the Louisville Loves New Metal night that I went to.
Mhm.
And honestly, Freak on a Leash has kind of usurped it as the quintessential
Definitely.
Corn Follow the Leader song. Even though at the time, I mean, Got the Life was ubiquitous, 1998. It was everywhere. But Freak on the Leash has just, over time, has sort of rewritten history a little bit, and that people tend to, you say Follow the Leader, they say Freak on the Leash first. Unless they're a sicko and they say All in the Family. Fucking sickos.
Children of the core.
Limp Bizkit Break Stuff.
Okay, so this is where I don't know anything past break stuff here.
Okay. So I
So
like he says here, this one needs no real explanation. You're fucking right, it doesn't.
That's
It's
right.
break stuff. Okay.
Okay, so let me guess some of the remaining tracks.
Okay. Matt's gonna guess.
Okay, so Lincoln Park in the end.
Close. Lincoln Park, One Step Closer.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a better dance track.
So when I believe they did both of those at the Louisville Loves New Metal night. And I mean, for me, I'm still of the thought, like, while it is, one of their biggest songs, I mean, Linkin Park's got better, deeper cuts on that record. And also I feel like that record sold enough that you could get away with like a paper cut, you know, or something like that.
Mhm.
One Step Closer that's one of those songs where I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily need to hear this song
I mean,
ever again.
if you wanna
But
do it for the diehards, do Faint, please.
please, 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 and
Alright.
thank you.
The name of the night is Sugar, so I'm gonna say Sugar by System of a Down.
Matt, there is not any System of a Down on this guy's list. But keep in mind, as he said, it's the top 10 and it is far from complete. But no,
Okay.
he did not have any sugar.
Last
Uh,
Resort,
yes.
Papa Roach.
Yes, that is the next one. You are correct. You gotta have that one.
Yeah,
Gotta
I mean,
have it.
that's
You gotta.
so now is where it kinda enters that which way is he gonna take the party? Because he
Yes.
could pull Stain, It's Been a While out on me. Not a dancing song, but could be it's kinda like that
Well, he
slow
said,
song that
keep in
everybody
mind, keep in mind he's going party starters, purely party starters here.
Purely party starters?
Purely party starters. And also keep in mind that he's also the what he defines as new metal is very loosey goose in a couple of these.
Oh, loosey goose.
Loosey, a little that's insane. Just maybe we're dealing with some papas, maybe we're dealing with some adjacents.
So I'm probably not gonna get the next three then.
I'll hit you. So the next one he's got here, Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name.
Yeah, that's a papa.
That's a papa. And he says, technically speaking, this isn't anything close to a party song, but it gets the room going regardless.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a party. It's a party. You drop that, people get hyped,
fucking amped,
super amped. And he also acknowledges that it is adjacent to new metal. So there you go. And he closes by saying, absolute legends. Yes, they are. Rob Zombie, Dragula. You know, it's adjacent, but also I gotta say, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I think you could probably boot the Rob Zombie stuff from your new metal night. I feel like there's other songs. I like Dragula fine.
Go
but,
Static X.
Well, Matt, funny you should say that. Static X, Push It. Yes, on the list. He says it has the craziest energy and really gets the room going with its driving tempo. It's also impossible to not headbang to the song. It's really fun in the context of a dance party because you can actually dance to this one if you have the moves for it, or you can mosh as well.
I was like, Static X, Push It makes sense. I can't see him going Cold Chamber Loco.
I feel like if you are feeling the room and you feel like maybe I got some real diehards in here, you might be able to get away with the Loco. If you have some maniacs, like true psychopathic new metal maniacs, you big truck them. You hit them with a big truck, and they'll go wild. But if they're not true new metal maniacs, and you hit them with a big truck, they'll be like, "I'm sorry, what is this?" And then you have to pivot to "It's been a while."
Yeah.
And the last one on this, and this was honestly, this one's surprising for a number of reasons. Slipknot, Psychosocial. To which he said, this is pretty much just the hardest song ever. There's really nothing else to say about it. And while Psychosocial, we recently talked about it on our Punisher episode, Punisher Warzone episode, is like one of the better, like later, post the, later Slipknot songs. I wouldn't top 5 it, It's no surfacing is what I'm trying to say. It's no surfacing. It's no duality.
See, Duality was the one that I was thinking that he would go with because it's got it has a little bit more. Well, I mean, the chorus is so huge on Psychosocial that it's kind of hard. But I was like, well, Wait and Bleed also just, but I mean, like dancing to Slipknot's a little tough, not impossible, but a little tough.
A little tough. I mean, maybe you left behind it. People forget about Left Behind. They think about Iowa. They think about how Iowa, if you put it on in the right scenario, it will eliminate you from the earth because it goes so hard.
Yep.
But Left Behind, that one could work. Maybe I'm going to put this out there for all them new metal DJs. Put Left Behind in your set. See how it plays. See how it works. See what the crowd does. Does the crowd get hype? Or do they go, no, sorry, Psychosocial only? Be pretty wild. And then once again, though, if you got some real new metal maniacs, though, you drop a Custer on them.
Ooh, baby.
They go real wild. So that's the list of the 10 best new metal party songs of all time, according to Brian Sykes Howe. Interesting situation. And we love a list. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trevor, for sending that over to us. Matt, let's talk about who's emailing.
Who's emailing?
We got an email from Matt Parnham. The subject, Smile, Empty Soul.
Like that?
Said, love the Punisher soundtrack episode, guys. I'm a huge Punisher fan as well, and this movie fueled my love of Frank Castle and his story. Anyways, you guys got to Smile Empty Soul and always wanted to suggest their self-titled album. It's not new metal per se, They came out around the time the second wave of new picked up, but sounds a little more grungy. Bottom of a Bottle was one of their bigger singles. Give it a listen and keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling, baby.
Smile Empty Soul. Gotta be honest, I don't remember what their song was like on the Punisher soundtrack. Bottom of a Bottle. That sounds like a song. That sounds like a song Trouble, man.
Oh, yeah. Smile, Empty Soul. Got it. Got it.
All right. That was an interesting mix of that old new with that, yeah, like you said, second wave of new metal. With, I'm gonna be honest, a little bit of butt.
Whisper.
I'm gonna whisper a crack, as Jenny would like to say. I did not dislike it. Definitely in my memory, I'm feeling like I liked it better than when it was ever on the Punisher soundtrack. But also, if you're dealing with the bottom of a bottle, I mean, that's tough. That's tough because for some people, they've seen the bottom of the bottle and like, uh-oh, how did I get here? You know? But I listen to this guy
Right.
sing, and his sounds like for him, he hits the bottom of the bottle and he's like, uh-oh, refill needed. So yeah, you're dealing with a lot of different things, battling a lot of different demons. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. You know what? Why don't we long list these boys?
Okay.
Yeah, put them on a long list. Thank you, Matt. We also got an email, Stephen Newhand. The subject, yet another recommendation.
Love it.
Dear New Metal Overlords, I recently re-listened to your Breaking Benjamin Saturate episode, and I feel like you didn't give them a fair shake, possibly due to the bad taste left in your mouth from Stanger. I would request you guys reconsider and give their second album, We Are Not Alone, a try. The song Phase specifically has that new metal sound you're looking for. Before they were Breaking Benjamin, they were a pop rock band akin to Maroon 5, so I think their first album reflects that. Also, I think Our Lady Peace Gravity is a good example of an already popular band trying to implement a new metal sound, specifically in the song Not Enough. Lastly, the band Downface has a phenomenal album named Confident that has a definite new metal influence with some stops in Tooltown. Please consider these 3 albums in the future. Best, Steven.
So, Lauren, where are you with this?
So first of all, having heard Breaking Benjamin live while eating team fries, I can tell you that they definitely rock a crowd. Got lasers. I don't know how new they actually are. And I don't know how excited I am to dive into another Breaking Benjamin album. But I am willing to check out the song Phase.
Oh no, Lauren.
Okay, so we're major Tool Town. Huge Tool Town vibes. Adam Jones, Justin Chancellor, Maynard. Check your locks. Check your ring cameras. Breaking Benjamin, they're in the house. They're going through your drawers. All right. They're looking for riffs. They're looking for the vibes. I I was fine with that, I guess. When the vocals came in, I was decidedly less in love.
Yep.
As it went on, we got to the chorus. I like that even a little bit less. And then I was like, what does this have to do with phase? And then he goes, phase. And I was like, sorry I asked. My mistake. Wish I hadn't asked for that. You know what? This might just be a situation where the prime way for me to experience Breaking Benjamin is not
On a
seeing
hill?
them, and eating fries, and being slightly.
You know what that
inebriated.
means?
What's that mean, Matt?
More Breaking Benjamin for somebody else.
That's right. Listen, there's plenty for everybody else. Yeah, I don't know. It really felt very post grunge to me. Did not really feel that new. Especially as it went along. Like I was truly doing like a mind expansion. Like, you know, that picture of like the guy like sitting in like a giant brain of his
Yeah.
own head, and it's like the chair. I tried to do that to that song. Like try to really like new metal it
you
in.
tried to cyberjack yourself.
I tried to cyberjack myself. I really did, and I couldn't get there. It just was Tool Town into a post grunge thing. But Stephen, thank you so much for the recommendation for that. Um, and we will, you know what, we'll consider. I have to be honest, I don't think we're ever going to do Our Lady Peace on the show. It's just too it's too we because we did that one song, our new metal songs by non new metal artists episode many moons ago.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like right there on the edge, but you know, Rain Maida can only do so much. Okay, he's a tender boy at the end of the day, you know. And what I really want to hear from those boys is Starseed. Okay, that's what I want to hear from Our Lady Peace. I'm not looking for that for them to go new metal. That's what they're made to do. They're nice Canadian boys, absolutely. No,
Totally nice.
yeah. We have an email from Michael Hayfield.
Oh,
Subject: Lennon Murphy, unappreciated new metal teen queen.
Hmm.
Hey, Lauren and Matt, longtime listener of your show from New Zealand.
no.
Oh. I'm replaying all the episodes now that I'm all caught up. I swear a day does not pass without listening to your show.
Thank
you. Wow. I want to recommend this artist named Lennon Murphy, who started her career in 2001 and released an album called 5:30 Saturday Morning. She has quite a tragic background, as she discovered her dead mother after coming home from school days after her 18th birthday. She then became the caregiver of her 8-year-old sister. Her debut album has a mix of singer-songwriter, i.e. Alanis and Fiona, meets new metal-esque sounds and productions. The album as a whole is not very new metal, but it has a new metal vibe, and some songs are quite strikingly new metal. Unfortunately, it was released on the day of the commencement of the Come Down. The album did not sell well, and she got shafted from the label Arista Records. I think Arista chose to go with Avril Lavigne, their Britney alternative artist. She only released a few more independent albums after that. The track I recommend is Break of Your Car. Interested to hear your thoughts. If you ever choose to cover the album, there's a documentary that covers her debut album's recording. That is quite good. Keep on rolling. Thank you.
Keep on rolling it.
I believe Lennon has been recommended to us in the past. And looking at the long list, Matt, I can confirm that it is on the long list, and I own a physical copy of this album.
I had a feeling you did.
Yeah, so Lennon's definitely been recommended for us before. Somebody right now is like, listen to them in episode 164. Do it now.
We're 385 episodes in. You know, maybe we should.
Maybe we should. Michael, thank you so much for that recommendation. Much appreciated. And Matt,
You want to hear it?
Sure. Let's hear a little bit.
I've got it lined up.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, good song.
Good song. I'm getting way more new metal vibes on that one, I'll say. Just in a lot of the production choices. I definitely hear what he's saying in regards to it's not new metal, but the vibes are so strong. And sometimes, Matt, vibes are it. You know?
That's true.
If you've got the vibes, that'll carry you through. And I know there's some people listening right now who are like, I don't believe in vibes. Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're there. Listen to the vibes or don't. Okay?
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. This is a world based on vibes now. Okay? So follow those vibes or, you know, I don't know. Get fucked. I don't know. So,
You don't have to follow the vibes.
you don't, but I mean, you're going to be in trouble. I suggest following the vibes. Thank you so much for that recommendation, Michael. Matt, there's only one way to close out an episode of Roach Koach.
You know it.
And it's with Vandals Can't Handles Part 2.
The Rise of the Roach.
That's right. This week, we are listening to a band called Unjust.
Yep.
The song is called
Failed.
Yes.
The album is called Thin Line Emotions. This is from 1999. You ready?
Babies. We were just babies then, Matt.
Just babies that have been out of high school for 3 or 4 years.
Babies. Okay, take back what I said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say you were moody. You're a fucking ripper. What are we doing? Oh, we just had to wait.
Handles.
Listen, we just get impatient sometimes, all right? We get impatient.
It's just what happens. It's de jour.
You know, and we should have waited it out because it got there. I mean, it got there. Really did it. That's a ripper right there.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot. Unjust. You know what? The song might have been called Failed, but you gentlemen
Have a
succeeded.
success.
That's right. You did it. Thank you so much for that rec there, Eric. And you know what? This list ain't done. Because I
No.
just scrolled it. We're not even at the halfway point. It's a very long list. But thank you so much, Eric, for that. And we'll dip into this list once again on our next Who's Tweeting episode. And believe it or not, that does bring us to the end of another episode of Roach Koach. Thank you so much for listening. Keep on saying hello to us online. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're Roach Koach on all of those.
All of them.
All of them. Find us on those. Send us an email, roachcoachpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your Roachemendations. Tell us about an album that we talked about 4 years ago that you'd really like us to finally do on the show. So I mean, I can tell you that we got a couple coming up that people have been telling us to do for years. We're finally doing them, and in some cases we're happy to finally get knocked them out, and in other cases we're like, we definitely had been dodging a bullet for a long time, and now we're finally taking that bullet. So there you go. But keep sending those over. We'd love to hear from everybody. And of course, keep on repping the Roach out and about, letting your friends and family know about this show, sharing it on your socials, posting it up on, wherever you can, walking around your town wearing a Roach Koach tee. Matt, you still got some Roach Koach tees over on
I still have some
roachkoach.com.
teas, and I think we could talk to Sweet Mitchell. You need a size, send an email, hit us up in a DM.
Yeah, listen, Sweet Mitchell, he'll make you some. All right. I know. We both know. Listen, we have him on the show, and you might think, are you guys actually friends with him? We are. Okay. We can do it. He answers texts to me in a timely fashion, so we can get other size shirts if you need them. We can do it.
Yeah,
we can do
100%.
it. Absolutely. So until next time, Matt, thank you.
Lorin, thank you.
Roach Riders
And
Indigo
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Roach Koach.
Podcast.
Hot all day, every day. Is the Roach Koach.
Podcast.
All day, every day.
Nobody cares for the pain I into your eyes I'll stare and lie. It's not real. I'm behind the glass, fastening the mask in this dried up well. I'm an empty shell. Dig deeper down to find a new threshold. Bury the veins. It's under control. I'm happy now. Address the gaping chest hole and climb inside. Two parts unknown where I can hide. I'm behind the glass, fastening the mask in this dried up well. I'm an empty shell. Dig deeper down to find a new threshold. Bury the veins. It's under control. I'm happy now. dig deeper down to find a new pressure. Bury the veins, it's under control. I'm happy deeper down to find a new pressure. Bury the veins, it's under control. I'm happy now. I'm happy now. I'm happy now.